Hello friends of terrain building and welcome to another Middle-earth terrain building tutorial. Today I'd like to show you how I built a terrain piece for the three trolls and Thorin's company. That can also serve as a diorama or display board. You can remove both the figures and the markers from the terrain base, and I've also added a lighting effect. I'd like to show you all of this and I hope you enjoy the tutorial. Have fun! First, of course, I'd like to start with the trolls. These are 3D printed alternative models. You'll find the link to them in the comments. I really like these. I also prefer the tools and cutlery used as hand weapons compared to the large wooden clubs. You can print the campfire either with the sword of a suckling pig or with tied up dwarves. To match the diorama, I went with the dwarves. You'll see some time-lapse shots of me painting the trolls and the campfire. Next, I'd like to create the markers and with them the terrain base itself. For this, I 3D printed some sacks and also glued dwarf heads from Thorin's company onto the sacks, filling the gaps with green stuff. I'll arrange everything together on the base as a test. I'll cut out circles in the appropriate spots so the figures and markers can be placed seamlessly and properly into the base. After that, I'll create the trees. These trees are made from 3D printed blanks, to which I'll glue small twigs and cover everything with foliage to create a bushy tree canopy. These are the next steps. I carve out a rock that Gandalf can stand on, and he had split open so the sun can shine through. You can see how I shaped, textured and painted the rocks. Now it's time to shape the base's ground. For this, I'm using earth paste. Every now and then I press a lot of little bits into the paste to add variety right away. Barrels, blankets, and especially lots of dwarven weapons that the trolls took from the dwarves. Later, the ground will be further embellished with lots of tufts, branches, small animals and mushrooms to give more variety in the color scheme. For the latest steps, I cut out a back panel and made a hole in it so the lighting could be installed there. This requires a few steps to ensure the cable is somewhat hidden and not immediately noticeable. I also secured the back panels with just tape so I could replace the light later if it ever breaks. After that, there's a bit more work on the base and then the terrain piece is finished. The terrain piece is finished. I've already walked you through the most important steps in the video, so I'd just like to show you the finished result once more. The cable is really quite invisible in the end. The light is powered by a power bank, which allows it to stay on for a long time, even throughout a tournament day. From this angle you can barely see where the figures' bases meet the terrain base itself. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and see you next time.